It's Saturday night, June 18th, 2022, and CSW is coming to you from the Camelot Ballroom in Overland Park, Kansas, just a short drive from downtown Kansas City, Missouri. I'm Jeremy Seeger calling all of tonight's action for you as Central States Wrestling presents Rise of an Outlaw. Fans, I want to thank you for joining us and watching here on our YouTube channel. Let's take a look at the fantastic card we have lined up for you this evening. The Mile High Magnum, Draper, will square off against the Ice Pick, Vic Capri. We have tag team action as making a special appearance, the world's most dangerous tag team, the Premier, S.K. Bishop and Campbell Myers, with their agent, Roscoe Leech, battle the Silverback, Brixton Nash, and the Irish Juggernaut, James McGregor, who are making their first appearance in CSW. The wild card, Anaya Howlett, who will be accompanied by his coach, Fras Azab, goes one-on-one against Moonshine Mantell, who will be accompanied by his manager, Jovi. A newcomer to CSW, Nino Hatchet, will face off against the big strong boy, Ethan Price. And in a battle that will see wine versus beer, the Beer City Bruiser will see action against the Connoisseur, Niles, Plonk. But fans, we are going to kick things off with our main event of the evening, a no-time limit matchup for the DWF Championship, as the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, defends his DWF Championship against Mike Outlaw. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the championship introductions.
Now, thank you to all of our sponsors, Uptown Kansas City, Fast Signs, Barry the Hatchet Axe Throwing, King Cade, who is the sponsor of this first match of the main event, Warriors Academy, the Law Firm Of Hulnick, Stain, Gary and Levitt, all of our sponsors, thank you all so much for helping us put on tonight's show. All right, let's get to the main event. Are you ready? Introductions will take place after both competitors have entered the ring.
The leader of the Bandana Brigade and a member of Team Ambition, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri. This evening's challenger, Mike Outlaw, makes his way to the ringside area. It was last month that our show Strapped, which is available on our YouTube channel, that Mike Outlaw fought Jeremy Wyatt for the DWF Championship to a time limit draw. Mike Outlaw demanding a rematch, and the CSW interim territory manager, Gil Rogers, gave it to him. So here we are at Rise of an Outlaw, aptly named, as we kick things off with a no-time limit matchup for the DWF Championship. That'll see Mike Outlaw, that man, attempt to dethrone the DWF champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt. Outlaw getting a little talking to by our referee for this matchup, Nick Chin, as the champion. He is the current reigning and defending DWF champion. The Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, making his way down to the ringside area. Just a few days ago on our Facebook page, we had a video posted where the Monarch stated that he was wanting to start this matchup off first here at Rise of an Outlaw because they could go 10 minutes, they could go an hour, they could go till tomorrow in this no time limit matchup for the DWF Championship. The champion has no love for this capacity crowd here at the Camelot Ballroom in Overland Park, Kansas, and the crowd has no love for the champion. Will this be Mike Outlaw's night tonight? Will we see a new DWF champion crowned? Let's get to Ben Miller for the introductions.
This match is scheduled for 1 minutes for the DWF Championship award. The challenger, fighting under 14 representing St. Louis, he's the general of the Mantell Brigade. Real name, no gimmicks, 222 pounds, Mike Outlaw! Fighting out of the corner to my left, wearing the gray and black. The talent silver and black. He weighs in at 191 pounds. He's the king of Kansas City.
Thank you to Ben Miller for those ring introductions. Before we get started here, folks, I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's event. Start off with this matchup being sponsored by Kincaid Arcade, which is located in Oak Park Mall here in Overland Park, Kansas. They also have a new location at the Hy-Vee Arena, formerly the Kemper Arena in Kansas City. Kincaid Arcade is a family-friendly destination that provides classic arcade games as well as console games. They offer parties and special events for every occasion. Come out and play with the family all day long. You can visit them online at kincaid-kc.com. Also want to thank Updown Kansas City. Updown is a 21 and over arcade bar here in Kansas City's Crossroad District, featuring arcade games, pinball, skee-ball, and a wide craft beer and cocktail selection. Updown Arcade Bar also has locations in Des Moines, Milwaukee, Oklahoma City, Nashville, and Minneapolis. You can visit them online at updownarcadebar.com. The Warriors Academy in Kansas City, the only martial arts and self-defense academy in Kansas City to offer Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, personal training, and a performance nutritionist specialist, all under one roof, giving you the tools you need to excel. Classes for men, women, and kids, no matter your experience level. You can visit Warriors Academy online at warriorsacademykc.com. And our last sponsor, the Law Firm of Hulnick, Stang, Garrick, and Levitt. Are you facing criminal charges? Well, if you are, when you hire Hulnick, Stang, Garrick, and Levitt, you join an entire team of attorneys who have more than 80 years of combined experience fighting and winning cases just like yours. Contact Matthew Levitt at Hulnick, Stang, Garrick, and Levitt today for a free consultation. You can visit them online at hulnicklaw.com. That's HULNICK law.com. Now, as I get that done with, I appreciate you bearing with me there, folks. We've got our matchup underway, championship matchup for the DWF Championship, as Jeremy Wyatt and Mike Outlaw in the feeling out stages early on in this matchup. No time limit. One fall to a finish. Got a test of strength right in the center of the ring. We'll see who gets the advantage on this. Wyatt drops down, breaks free, rolls over, picks the leg of, or sweeps the leg of Outlaw and goes right into, looks like a modified hammerlock. Since winning this championship belt, the DWF Championship belt at our very first event back in September of 2021 last year, Jeremy Wyatt has faced all challengers as he sends Outlaw off into the ropes. Big shoulder tackle sends the champion to the canvas. We've got an immediate cover out of Outlaw that's only good for one. Nice arm drag takedown by Mike Outlaw, as now Outlaw in control of the matchup as he wrenches away on the arm of the champion. Wyatt up to his feet, takes Outlaw back into the corner. Referee calling for a clean break. Will we get one out of the champion? No, we get a big knife edge chop. Outlaw reversing and fires off a knife edge chop of his own. He follows the champion into the corner, fires off an overhand right, and another big knife edge chop that lights the chest up of Jeremy Wyatt. Monarch with another overhand right. It looks like he's setting up for another knife edge chop. Wyatt trying to break free, but no, he gets that chest caved in with that big knife edge chop by Outlaw. Outlaw now stomping away at the chest and sternum of Jeremy Wyatt. Referee on Outlaw's case. Tell him he's got till 5. Doesn't want to have to warn him again, I'm sure. Outlaw doesn't want to lose this matchup on a disqualification. Outlaw brings Wyatt back up to his feet. Looks like he's going for an arm wringer, but Wyatt grabs a hold of a cross face, fires off a headbutt. Champion with a swing and a miss of a knife edge chop, and this time Outlaw returns that favor, or goes for one of his own. Outlaw again with another knife edge chop. And a third. As you can see, make that a fourth. Outlaw just lighting up Jeremy Wyatt like a Christmas tree. I was saying you could see the chest of Jeremy Wyatt is beat red from that series of stomps and those knife edge chops. Outlaw brings the champion up to his feet. Champion with a knee to the midsection and a forearm shot right to the jaw of Mike Outlaw. Irish whip by Jeremy Wyatt. Outlaw up and over. And a nice drop kick that caught the champion right on his shoulder. And a big clothesline that sends Jeremy Wyatt to the outside of the ring here. What's Outlaw got in mind here? Outlaw hits the ropes. Looks like tope suicida attempt, but no. Well scouted by the champion as he fires off a forearm shot. Both men down here on the floor at the Camelot Ballroom in Overland Park, Kansas. You're watching this event on the Central States Wrestling YouTube page. Please give this show a like and give us a subscribe. Subscribe to our channel as the champion just jams that shoulder of Mike Outlaw's right into the steel post of the ring. Jeremy Wyatt stalking Outlaw now on the outside as he brings Outlaw up to his feet. Big knife edge chop echoing through the Camelot Ballroom. Outlaw, though, whip, reversal by the champion, and Outlaw goes right into the steel barricades. The upper ribs of Mike Outlaw colliding with those barricades as Jeremy Wyatt now breaking the referee's count. Looks like he's going to try to get a count-out victory over Mike Outlaw. Outlaw Outlaw making it back in time with just a second to spare. Wyatt probably thought that he was on his way to victory via countout. That is not the case. Champion brings Outlaw up to his feet. Outlaw breaks free, fires off a forearm shot and a knife edge chop. Another forearm that staggers the champion. Outlaw into the ropes, but a back elbow catches Outlaw and sends him crashing down to the canvas. We've got a cover, 2 count only. Champion driving the knee into the spine of Outlaw. Wyatt seemingly distracted by this capacity crowd at the Camelot Ballroom as he sets Outlaw up for a hangman's neck breaker. Nicely done by the champion. Not going for a cover, that may cost him. He seemed more interested in taunting this crowd. As now he is taunting the challenger, Mike Outlaw. Outlaw fires off a glancing blow to the breadbasket, but Wyatt returns with a big stomp as he is now all over Mike Outlaw. Irish whip attempt, but the brakes are put on as Outlaw held onto that rope. He catches a boot and a chop. Now the Irish whip successful by the champion. Sends Mike Outlaw into that turnbuckles in a hard way. We've got a cover by the champion. 2 count only. Rear chin lock applied. Outlaw might try to get to the rope to break this hold. Champion releases and drives that knee right back into the spine and goes right into that rear chin lock again. Referee Nick Chen checking on to the challenger. As Wyatt just putting the pressure on with that rear chin lock. As he is just wearing down Mike Outlaw. Referee Nick Chen checking to see if Outlaw is passed out. One more and this match is over. Outlaw though now trying to fire up. He's getting back up to the vertical base. Fires off a couple of shots to the breadbasket of Jeremy Wyatt. That breaks him free, and a big right hand staggers the champion back. Outlaw into the ropes. Right back into a sleeper hold now. As the champion, Jeremy Wyatt, the Monarch, looking to put Mike Outlaw to sleep. He's got great ring positioning. He's right in the center of the ring. Nowhere for Mike Outlaw to go. Referee back to checking Outlaw. I think Outlaw might be asleep. No, he is not. He's holding on. He's fighting with everything he can. Outlaw slowly making his way back up to his feet. And a jawbreaker breaks the challenger free. And staggers the champion back into the corner. Outlaw up to his feet, charges forward. Wyatt steps through. Wyatt now going up to the top rope. Outlaw catches him though and slams him right off that top rope. Both men now feeling the effects of this matchup as neither able to capitalize as Outlaw charges through, fires off a knife edge chop and introduces Jeremy Wyatt to a couple of top turnbuckles. Irish whip by Outlaw, reversal by Wyatt. Outlaw with a big clothesline that takes the champion down. A wild clothesline by the champion, but Outlaw now, front face lock. Reversal into the turnbuckle, up and over goes the champion, but he's caught into a backbreaker by Outlaw. Outlaw front face lock into a DDT, that may do it. We've got a cover by Outlaw. 2 and 3. No. The Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, kicking out with about a half second to spare following that DDT. Outlaw with the leg of the champion might be going for that half crab, that half Boston crab that he likes to get his opponents to submit to, but the champion firing off an up kick. Outlaw going back to that leg, but now Wyatt setting up for the coronation pile driver. He won't get it. We've got a fireman's carry by Mike Outlaw. Wyatt over. He caught the knee on the way down, though, as he was trying to escape that fireman's carry. Great job by Mike Outlaw, as he was able to land that knee strike right to the chin of the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, who is down there on the floor here at the Camelot Ballroom. Challenger Mike Outlaw now following out, brings the champion up to his feet, throws him back into the ring. He knows he can't win this matchup on a countout, can't win the championship on a countout. He could win the match, but not the title. Outlaw measuring the champion for something here. He charges forward with a boot, but he misses. But he doesn't miss that forearm shot that sent Wyatt back into the turnbuckle. Now Wyatt changing the tide as he locks in a submission hold using the top rope for extra torque. Rolls through with the schoolboy. We've got a 2 count only. And right into a crossface, the champion applies to Mike Outlaw in the center of the ring. Doing damage on the neck and shoulder of Mike Outlaw. Doesn't look like the champion, Jeremy Wyatt, has that arm trapped quite as well as he'd like it, but it's effective nonetheless. Rollover by the Outlaw. Gets a 2 count before the champion breaks the hold. Jeremy Wyatt with a forearm shot. Now Mike Outlaw with a forearm of his own. Both men exchanging forearms. We'll see who gets the better of it here in this championship matchup. Both men rocking each other with these forearm shots. Back and forth they go. Wyatt charges in with a big clothesline, as both men now feeling the exhaustion from this matchup. One more time, I want to thank Kincaid here in Kansas City for sponsoring this fantastic main event matchup. Please visit them online at kincaid-kc.com. Back to the match as Jeremy Wyatt fires off a right hand, and now setting Mike Outlaw up for what looks like a suplex from the middle rope. This could spell certain doom for the challenger, Mike Outlaw, as Wyatt trying to get Outlaw up and over. Outlaw fires off a couple of shots to the sides of Jeremy Wyatt and a big headbutt that sends Wyatt down to the canvas. Outlaw now perched up on that top rope. Wyatt charges charges forward, my apologies, catches a boot to the jaw. Front face lock by Mike Outlaw. Outlaw, what's he going for? A corkscrew suplex from the middle rope. And he just drops the champion down to the canvas. We've got a cover. 2 and 3. No. 2 count, but the challenger right back up to his feet. Looking to capitalize on his momentum is Mike Outlaw as he goes up to the top rope. Off he goes with a big clothesline. We've got a cover. 2 and no. 2 count only. Outlaw again, quick to move. He picks that leg, the right leg of Jeremy Wyatt, and cinches in that half crab. That's the move that Jeremy Wyatt tapped out to last month, but it was after the time limit had expired, just like a second after the time limit expired. As Outlaw just cranking away, putting pressure on the knee and the lower back of the champion, Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt fighting to get to that bottom rope. He does, and the hold will have to be broken. Thought for sure we might see a title change here as Mike Outlaw had that half crab locked in deep. Outlaw back into the center of the ring. He charges forward. Both men collide. Wyatt fires off a right hand. And a forearm shot. Mike Outlaw with a right hand that drops the champion down to one knee. Both men just exhausted here. Champion firing off a shot, and Outlaw, these men just trading blows. As Outlaw charges forward to the outside and just drives the champion down to one of the hardest spots on the ring, on that ring apron. Outlaw with a fireman's carry, possibly a Death Valley driver setup, but no, referee Nick Chen clipped by the boot of Jeremy Wyatt as Wyatt just shoves Outlaw shoulder first into that steel post. Coronation pile driver by the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. We've got a hook of a leg and a cover, 2 and 3. That's it, fans. Your winner and still DWF champion, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. In just over 17 minutes, a hard-fought 17 minutes out of both men, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt still the reigning and defending DWF champion. As another opponent, another challenger falls to the Coronation pile driver. Is there anyone in the CSW locker room that can beat Jeremy Wyatt? At this point, there hasn't been. And Jeremy Wyatt looking exhausted.
May 14th. All as if Mike Outlaw just had a few more seconds. Shut up! We will be holding this championship. Well, tonight he had all the time in the world and he couldn't get the job done. Mike Outlaw is a loser like each and every one of you.
Oh, that's completely uncalled for. Wow, Jeremy Wyatt issuing an open challenge for another title defense tonight. I know that music, and that can mean only one thing. The interim CSW territory manager, Gil Rogers.
So the best wrestler in Kansas City wants another match tonight, correct? You game? Well, the assistant territory manager of Central States Wrestling has selected another opponent for you.
Looks like we've got a challenger.
You're looking a little spry. Do you know what you have on the ring? Show them what you got.
Hey, that
However, I believe in
is
my
that
heart that you had something to do with my injury. Let's face it, you wanted me out of the title picture. So ladies and
That's Ace Steel. What on earth is Ace Steel doing here? A former comrade of Jeremy Wyatt.
So you're out of challengers and contenders, are you, Jeremy Wyatt? You're so good that you'll take on anyone? Well, you're looking at your next challenger tonight, Jack.
I don't believe what we just heard. Ace Steel, like I said, a really great friend of Jeremy Wyatt, is now going to be challenging Wyatt for his DWF Championship.
That's for me for this championship. Ace Steel, ladies and gentlemen.
Modicum of respect being shown by the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt for, I'm not sure if what their relationship is now, but we're going to have ourselves another championship matchup later on this evening between those two men, Ace Steel and the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. The Monarch with that belt, Ace Steel ducks, fires up a big clothesline that sends the champion crashing down to the floor here at the Camelot Ballroom. I guess that tells you what their relationship is at this point. Jeremy Wyatt trying to cheap shot Ace Steel. We'll see this matchup later on this evening. The Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, defending the DWF Championship for a second time against Ace Steel. That's coming up tonight, fans. Fans, coming up next, we have a special appearance by the self-proclaimed world's most dangerous tag team, the Premier, SK Bishop and Campbell Myers, along with their manager, Roscoe Leech. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the introduction of this special appearance by the Premier.
All right, so thank you to our sponsors uptown Kansas City. Fast Signs, Bury the Hatchet, which, by the way, join us for the after party. King, great sponsor of Our Sponsor, the main event, as I said. Warriors Academy, KC, and the law offices of Hulnick, State, Daring, and Levitt. Also, do us a favor, follow us on our social media, CSW Wrestling. On Twitter, use the hashtag CSW Outlaw. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Are you guys ready for a tag team match? Alright, this tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
the Premier, SK Bishop and Campbell Myers, along with Roscoe Leech, who is sporting a neck brace. They have taken the Howlett's moniker of the world's most dangerous tag team, and now they are coming out to the Howlett's ring entrance music. They are not endearing themselves to anybody here in Central States Wrestling, fans and wrestlers alike, especially the Howletts and Coach Fras, collectively known as the Tribe, as the Premier just continues to mock the Howletts here in the Camelot Ballroom. SK Bishop there, Campbell Myers there, Roscoe Leech sporting that neck brace as he was attacked by Hoodie Hallett, who has been suspended for this show for laying his hands on a CSW official as he was, well, beating the high hell out of Roscoe Leech and anybody that got in his way. We now await the appearance of the opponents for the Premier in this special appearance. Jamison McGregor on your left. And the silverback Brixton Nash on your right. Both men making their CSW debuts, as they are two giant individuals. Jamison McGregor fighting out of Dublin, Ireland. We'll see how they fare against the, I hate saying this, world's most dangerous tag team, the Premier, who have been on a tear since coming to CSW. Tag team action coming your way here in Overland Park, Kansas at the Camelot Ballroom. Crowd here at the Camelot Ballroom does not like the Premier one bit. We've got the bell. Referee for this matchup, Stephen Kennedy. We've got a collar and elbow tie-up as Campbell Myers starting things off for the Premier against Jamison McGregor. Or James McGregor, my apologies. Side headlock by McGregor. Campbell sends him off into the ropes. Big shoulder tackle by McGregor sends Campbell flying to the canvas. McGregor into the ropes. Leapfrog nicely done by Campbell Myers, who immediately bails out of the ring. Looks like he's feeling the effects of that massive shoulder tackle, courtesy of the Irish juggernaut, James McGregor. Roscoe Leech seems to be moving pretty good for a guy with an injured neck. I don't doubt that Leech's neck is injured. I just question the severity of said injury. Campbell Myers now tagging in SK Bishop. SK Bishop in the ring with Brixton Nash, who is built like a brick wall, and a shoulder tackle that just sent SK Bishop down to the canvas. Looks like Bishop's going to go for another shoulder tackle attempt. but he's caught, scooped up by Brixton Nash, the silverback, slamming Bishop down to the canvas. Up easy and down hard, tag into Campbell Myers. Myers now checking on his partner, but he gets thrown unceremoniously into the corner of McGregor and Nash. McGregor charges forward with a back elbow and a surprising amount of agility as he fires off a kick right to the back of the head of Campbell Myers. Big scoop by Nash. And another big body slam that just plants Myers down to the canvas. The Premier on the outside with their manager, Roscoe Leech. Their agent, I'm sorry, Roscoe Leech, trying to re-strategize in the early goings of this matchup. The tag team division here in Central States Wrestling heating up. We've got, of course, the Tribe, which is made up of Hoodie and Anaya Howlett along with Fras Azab. We've got these gentlemen, the Premier, SK Bishop and Campbell Myers. We've got newcomers, Brixton Nash, the silverback, and the Irish juggernaut, James McGregor. Also got technical difficulties. It's a good time to be a tag team fan here in Central States Wrestling, as now Myers firing off forearm shots to the upper back of Nash. Knife edge shot by Campbell Myers, tags in SK Bishop. Bishop with a boot to the breadbasket of the silverback. Snapmare textbook. Bishop driving the knee, and he's got a hook and a leg and a cover. Only good for a 1 count. As the big man, Brixton Nash, able to kick out relatively quickly. Silverback Brixton Nash found himself in a front facelock, but he picks the leg, gets an up kick for his efforts, courtesy of SK Bishop. And Bishop just going to work right on that back of Nash. Front facelock by Bishop as Nash makes his way back up to his feet, fires off some shots to the breadbasket, but he is immediately cut off with a knee. And in comes Nash's partner, McGregor, as Bishop now going to work on the big man, Brixton Nash, in the corner. Knife edge chop by Bishop as he brings Nash into the corner of the Premier, makes a tag in to Campbell Myers, does SK Bishop. Myers with a boot to the midsection. And a big overhand right. And now using that middle rope to choke away Brixton Nash. And now with a cheap shot by SK Bishop as the referee's back as the referee's back was turned. Myers and Bishop are making great use of quick tags in and out, keeping both men relatively fresh as they just go to work on the silverback Brixton Nash. Bishop bringing Nash up to his feet. Nash fires off with a couple of shots to the breadbasket, breaks free, drop down by by Bishop. Nash just, his legs giving out on him. Feeling the effects of this onslaught by the Premier. We've got a cover by Bishop, by Bishop. Only good for a 2 count. Nash finding himself in a front facelock courtesy of SK Bishop. Back into the corner, we've got a tag by Campbell Myers. And a big forearm shot right down the spine of Nash. Myers with the snapmare and right back into a chin lock. Yeah, nicely applied. They're just wearing down the big man here in this matchup. McGregor over in the corner trying to fire up his partner, rallying this capacity crowd behind Brixton Nash. Nash fires off a back elbow, make that 2 and a third. He's trying to break free. He hits the ropes, but a fistful of waistband and a shot to the upper or lower neck by Myers cuts off any momentum that Nash was trying to build. A stomp right to the wrist by Campbell Myers. The Premier showing why they are one of the top tag teams, if not the top tag team in Central States Wrestling. Nash trying to fight out of the corner, get that tag to his partner. But he is greeted by Campbell Myers, who has a hold of his arm. Tag in by SK Bishop. Bishop up to the middle rope as he comes off with a double axe handle right to the shoulder of Brixton Nash. Silverback in a really bad way here in this matchup, as he has taken just a beating for pretty much the whole match thus far. As Bishop now going to work on the arm of the big man Brixton Nash. Nash firing off with a big forearm shot, breaks himself free. Bishop returning the favor, both men now slugging it out. We'll see who gets the better of this. Enziguri nicely done by SK Bishop. That just collapses Nash. We've got a cover. 2 count only. Front face lock by Bishop, backs into the corner, tagging by his partner Campbell Myers. Arm wringer, and they are just going to work on that arm. Both arms now of Brixton Nash, the silverback. Another snapmare, and right back to work on the arm and shoulder of Brixton Nash. The Irish Juggernaut on the outside, trying to fire his partner up again, rally this crowd. Looks like it might be working a little bit as Brixton Nash mounted a bit of offense as Myers goes into the ropes. He's caught, and a big spine buster by Brixton Nash plants Campbell Myers. And that might be the turning of the tide that Nash and McGregor need here in this matchup. You can see Nash grimacing in pain as he is slowly making his way over to tag the Irish Juggernaut, James McGregor. Tag into McGregor, tag into SK Bishop. McGregor with a big clothesline takes Bishop down to the canvas. And a back elbow. Now McGregor with another back elbow to Campbell Myers, ducks the clothesline of Bishop. Double clothesline takes both men of the Premier down. And McGregor is all fired up. That Irish temper. As he tags back in Brixton Nash, I'm wondering if that wasn't a bit premature, as he didn't give Nash much time to recover. Inverted atomic drop as Nash hits the ropes, comes off with a big clothesline that takes SK Bishop down. We've got a cover by Nash. 2 count only. Just in the nick of time, Campbell Myers able to break that count up. There's now all 4 men in the ring. The legal men are SK Bishop, I believe, and Campbell Myers, as out goes James McGregor to the floor of the Camelot Ballroom. Both men of the Premier in the ring, into the ropes. Snap German suplex by Campbell Myers as he stomps on the fingers of Nash. Stereo kicks to the temples of Brixton Nash. Slingshot into the ropes. Nice tope suicida by SK Bishop. Takes out McGregor. And now Roscoe Leech over there stomping on McGregor for good measure. The Premier not capitalizing on the prone Brixton Nash. They'd be wise to stay on him and put this matchup away. Side slam, SK Bishop going up to the top. That is guerrilla warfare. The Howlett's finishing move, 2 and 3. That'll do it. There's only so many times that you can poke an angry bear, and the Premier are poking and poking away at the tribe, the Hallett boys, and Coach Fras. As they rack up, the Premier rack up another victory here in the tag team division at CSW. The Premier and their agent Roscoe Leech are one day going to have to answer for all of these impersonations and poking, like I said, poking of the bear. They're going to have to answer for that someday. I got to imagine it's coming sooner rather than later when they answer to the Howletts, Hoodie and Anaya. Fans, coming up next, we have a big matchup as the Ice Pick, Vic Capri, takes on the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, here at Rise of an Outlaw. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the introductions. Fighting out of the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Over 20 years as a professional wrestler, he's held championships in many companies across the Midwest. Tough as nails. He is the Ice Pick, Vic Capri, and tonight he faces the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, in this, our next matchup at Rise of an Outlaw. Another appearance by the CSW interim territory manager, Gil Rogers. Not sure what he's doing out here. I was anticipating Dak Draper to come out, but nonetheless, we've got Gil Rogers in the ring again. Arguably one of the most popular wrestlers in Central States Wrestling. He hails from Denver, Colorado. He is the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper. Gil Rogers, several months ago, back in April, he was injured. Well, Dak's got the microphone.
I promise I will not rest until we get that security footage and we find out what happened to you and Abel.
Dak Draper advising this crowd here at the Camelot Ballroom, the CSW fans, that Vic Capri is 5'3", and now the crowd chanting, as you can hear, 5'3" Vic Capri. That is not going to sit well with the ice pick. Bell is rung. This match is underway. Collar and elbow tie-up, center of the ring. Go behind by Capri with a standing switch by Draper. Waistlock takedown by Dak Draper. Center of the ring. Gil Rogers, he's on a mission to find out who pushed him back in the locker room back in April that caused Rogers to completely tear his quad. He's enlisted the help of Dak Draper so they could get down to the bottom of it. Capri shoving Draper. Draper picking the leg, taking Capri down to the canvas. Push off by Capri. To the apron goes Draper. Shoulder block into the midsection by Draper. Roll over into the ring. Nicely done by Draper. Big scoop. No, float over by Capri. Ankle lock takedown. And now Draper doing a little razzle-dazzle here. Frustrating Vic Capri. The ice pick Vic Capri being frustrated early on in this matchup here at Rise of an Outlaw. Regardless of his height, Vic Capri is a dangerous competitor as he catches the flapjack, courtesy of the Mile High Magnum. Draper with a big clothesline that takes Capri down to the floor of the Camelot Ballroom. And now Draper, what's he doing up in the ring? Slingshots over, lands on the apron. Capri taking that ankle out from underneath at Draper and sending him crashing down to the apron. Wolfman now on the outside. Capri sending Dak Draper hard way into those steel guardrails. And the trajectory of this matchup has now swung into the favor of the ice pick Vic Capri, who is just choking Dak Draper with that boot, as you see. I've said it once and I'll say it again. The ice pick Vic Capri is not a gentleman you want to make angry. As he fires off a big right-hand shot that rocks Dak Draper. Capri is like a badger. He may not be 6'5", but he is tough as hell as he dumps Dak Draper back into the ring. Draper with a forearm shot rocks Capri. And a knee strike, nicely done. We've got a cover by Draper for a 2 count. Draper unceremoniously dumped by the waistband, head first into that middle turnbuckle by Vic Capri. Wolfman now trying to shake off the cobwebs here in this matchup. Capri makes his way back up to his feet first, and he just immediately goes to work on Dak Draper, choking him on that bottom rope. Right-hand shot to the jaw by Capri. Rocks Dak Draper down to his knees. And another forearm shot. Well, this time it was a forearm shot. I thought it was going to be another right hand. Capri going to the outside and now choking again. Is Vic Capri using that middle rope, choking Dak Draper. Elbow right across the clavicle of the Mile High Magnum, courtesy of Vic Capri. Now with the fish hooks in, he's just going to work. Is Vic Capri on Dak Draper. Looks like Draper might be cut open on his chest. Not sure how that happened, but I believe I saw some blood coming out of the chest, lower chest of the Mile High Magnum. We are 5 minutes in to this 20-minute time limit matchup. Vic Capri is just going to work on Dak Draper. Draper fires off an elbow to the breadbasket. We've got an Irish whip. No reversal by Dak Draper. Sends Capri into the corner. Capri dodges. Comes into the ropes. And with a big boot right to the side of the head, into the temple, Dak Draper. Snapmare out of the corner by Capri. Capri back into the ropes. Ooh, and a basement drop kick that just rocked the back of the skull of the Mile High Magnum. We've got a 2 and a 3. No. Dak Draper digging down deep, kicking out from that brutal strike to the back of the head. Rear chin lock applied as the ice pick just torques away at the neck of the Mile High Magnum. Draper trying to fire out, but he's catching those elbow strikes right to the collarbone and jaw. That just wore him down. We've got a cover. Good for a 2 count for Vic Capri. Capri just toying with the down Dak Draper. Now a big boot. Looked like Dak Draper tried to block that boot, but he caught the brunt of it. As Capri is just taking apart piece by piece the Mile High Magnum. Draper very slow to get back up to his feet as he fires off a shot to the midsection and a shot to the jaw of Vic Capri. Whip into the ropes goes Capri, no reversal. And Dak Draper just greeted with the back of Vic Capri's elbow. This matchup is scheduled to be Dak Draper taking on the American Wolf, Davey Richards, but Richards canceled at the last minute. So while Draper was preparing for Richards, it was Capri that stepped in for this matchup. Draper with the rear elbow, greeting Vic Capri. Draper throws up a boot, but he gets it caught. He fires off a right hand that rocks Capri. Draper sends Capri into the ropes, scoops him up, tilt-a-whirl into a possible power slam, but a back crack by Vic Capri. Puts the momentum, swings that momentum right back into his favor. Capri now with a nonchalant cover, 2 count only. Bringing Draper back up to the vertical base. What's he have in store for Dak Draper? Fires off a big right hand. Takes Draper back down. Now again, just toying with him. Draper now firing off some elbow shots to the back of the head of Vic Capri. Draper breaking free, but Capri holding on to his waistband. Draper scaling up to the top rope, comes off with a big forearm shot. Both men down. That was a nice show of athleticism and agility by the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper, who at 6'5" and over 250 pounds moved like a much smaller man. Both men down now. Referee Nick Chen giving both men to answer to the 10 count. Capri on his knees, Draper on his knees. We got a forearm shot by Capri. And a right hand by Dak Draper. Capri with the forearm. Draper with a big right hand. Let's see who gets the best of these exchanges. Right hand by Capri. A right hand by Draper. Both men feeling the effects of this hard-fought matchup here at Rise of an Outlaw. Now Draper with a series of right hands and a big knife edge chop. Rocks Capri back into the corner. Another knife edge chop by Draper. And it looks like he is mounting a pretty good comeback here of offensive moves. Three chops, four chops, five chops, six chops. Dak Draper all fired up. A swing and a miss. Back body drop by Capri out of desperation sends Dak Draper down to the canvas. As both men now, imagine trying to catch their breath. CSW fans here in the Camelot Ballroom chanting Dak's name as Dak skins the cat. He's up on that apron, shoulder tackle or shoulder block into the midsection. Roll through with a cover, 2 count only. Big clothesline takes Capri down to the canvas, and a boot takes him right back down to the canvas. Draper bringing Capri up to his feet. Irish whip, whip into the ropes, but it was reversed. Leapfrog by Draper, springboard back elbow that caught Capri. Draper bringing Capri up to his feet. Fires him into the ropes. Tilt a whirl into a slam. Nicely done. We've got a cover. 2 and no. Very close to a 3 count. But Capri able to kick out with just milliseconds to spare. Draper breathing heavy, as is Vic Capri. Irish whip into the corner goes Capri. Dak charged through but caught the boot of Capri. Big drop kick by Draper sends Capri crashing down to the apron. Draper bringing Capri back up to his feet. Up onto that middle rope. We might see that deadlift suplex. Deadlift suplex from the middle rope. Dak rolls through. Gut wrench. Mile high bomb by Dak Draper. That'll do it. 2 and 3. No. Vic Capri once again digging down deep and kicking out with little to no time to spare. Both men, you can see they're just exhausted. Draper unable to capitalize following that pinning attempt after the mile-high bomb. Draper feeding off the energy of the crowd here at the Camelot Ballroom. Fireman's carry by Draper. Looks like he might be setting up for that the Magnum KO, but it's Capri breaking free and going right to that knee with that chop block to the knee of Dak Draper. Capri in the ropes. Big knee strike, running knee strike, full head of steam that just rocked Dak Draper. Twisting DDT. We've got a cover by Capri. 2 count only. Both competitors here pulling out all the stops. Trying to get the W here in this matchup. A win by Draper would surely catapult him right back into, I would imagine, #1 contendership for the DWF Championship, as Vic Capri now trying to take the timekeeper's bell. That's our guest timekeeper, Dallas Cade. He's holding on for dear life to that bell so Capri can't get a hold of it. Draper unaware of what's going on over there. Referee trying to tell Capri to let go of the bell. Capri with that bell. Looks like he's having second thoughts about it, or is he? He swings, he misses. He was going to try to get himself disqualified. Up onto the shoulders goes Capri, but he breaks free. Sliced bread number 2 attempt, but he's caught right back into the shoulders, and a Magnum KO by Dak Draper. 2 and 3, that's it. The winner of this matchup, the Mile High Magnum, Dak Draper. It appeared that Capri stopped caring about winning this matchup as much as he wanted just to injure Dak Draper with that ring bell, but it cost him in the end as Draper, you saw him duck it, hit that Magnum KO. And Draper victorious in this matchup, a hard-fought battle here at Rise of an Outlaw. Like I said, I gotta imagine that's gonna put Dak Draper right back into title contention. Fans, coming up next, we've got a big matchup as the big strong boy Ethan Price takes on the debuting Nino Hatchet in this, our next matchup at Rise of an Outlaw. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the introductions. Newcomer to CSW, Nino Hatchet, taking on the big strong boy, Ethan Price. Is this our next matchup here at Rise of an Outlaw? It's not going to be very hard for Nino Hatchet to endear himself to this crowd here at the Camelot Ballroom in Overland Park, Kansas, as I don't think Ethan Price has any fans in this crowd. Referee for this matchup, Nick Chen. We got the bell. Ethan Price originally scheduled to face Jason Strife. However, Jason unable to compete this evening due to a medical emergency. Nino Hatchet stepping in. Got a collar and elbow tie-up. Both men jockey for position. So Nino Hatchet taking Price back into the corner. Referee Nick Chen right there to get a break out of Nino Hatchet. Hatchet fighting out of North Omaha, Nebraska. Like I said, making his debut this evening here for CSW. Looks like Hatchet calling for a test of strength against the big strong boy. Ethan Price likes to, I guess he imagines that he is 10 feet tall. That's the attitude he has, but nonetheless, we've got a test of strength in the center of the ring, and Ethan Price giving it his all, coming up on the losing end of this test of strength against Nino Hatchet. Ethan breaks free, fires off a kick to the midsection, and now into a standing side headlock. Hatchet shoots Price off into the ropes, shoulder block, no one budging. And a big shoulder block, shoulder tackle out of Nino Hatchet sends big strong boy down to the canvas. Now some boots to the midsection by Hatchet. Hatchet showing a little attitude here, aggressiveness, I like that. Snapmare, into the ropes goes Hatchet. And a big leg lariat with the hook on the leg and a cover, 2 count only. Big scoop by Hatchet. And it looks like big strong boy is biting the hand of Nino Hatchet. That breaks him free. As he fires off a kick to the midsection. A nice European uppercut that rocks Hatchet back to the turnbuckles, back to the corner. Irish whip, no, breaks put on by Hatchet. As he is not giving an inch. He sends Price into the corner and follows up with a big shoulder block to the midsection. Make that 2. Face lock, no, looks like a suplex attempt. Nicely done. A throwaway suplex by Hatchet. Irish whip into the corner goes Price up and over. Pinning combination. Good for a 2. It's Price back up to his feet, as is Hatchet. Hatchet charging in, catches the elbow of Price. Price leaping up to the middle turnbuckle with a bulldog, nicely done from the second rope. Gets a 2 count for his efforts.
Who's big and strong now?
Boot to the kidney area of Nino Hatchet, courtesy of Ethan Price. Ethan Price with another European uppercut. A big, strong uppercut, I guess you could say. Knife edge chop lighting up the chest. Hatchet. Snapmare out of the corner. Price into the ropes. Big boot right to the face. Right to the mouth of Hatchet. And a knee drop right across the forehead. Gets Ethan Price a 2. Price with the side headlock. As he looks to put away Nino Hatchet and continue on to his winning ways here in CSW. Our last show was Ethan Price victorious over Dan the Dad and Luigi Primo in a 3-way matchup. As he clubs away right across the shoulder blades of Nino Hatchet. Nino Hatchet not having any of that, though. That fired him right up. Big right hand by Price. Gets a forearm shot courtesy of Hatchet. European uppercut by Hatchet sends Price down to the canvas. Face full of turnbuckle for Ethan Price. We got 15 minutes left in this 20-minute time limit matchup. Hatchet up and over the top rope. A shoulder block to the midsection of Price. Flips into the ring. Into the ropes goes Hatchet. Wild clothesline and a miss. He catches a big boot right to the jaw, courtesy of Price. Ethan Price with a 2 count. Gets that 2 count. As Nino Hatchet able to kick out. Now Ethan Price monitoring referee Nick Chen as he now drops the bombs onto the head of Hatchet. Ethan Price trying to set up Nino Hatchet for something here. Scoops him up, or attempts to scoop him up. having trouble as Hatchet fires off a series of elbows to the back of the shoulder blades. And a big strike that sends Price down to the canvas. Price going to the eyes of Nino Hatchet, puts the brakes on any momentum Hatchet was building. And a big clothesline in the corner by the big strong boy. It looks like there's some blood on and about Ethan Price. Not sure if that's his blood or Nino Hatchet's blood, but he just came off with a double axe handle attempt and was greeted with Hatchet's knee right to the midsection. Nino Hatchet with a big clothesline takes big strong boy down to the canvas and a double chop that sends him right back down. Wild swing and a miss by Price. Belly to back suplex, nicely done by Nino Hatchet. He goes for a cover, hooks that leg, 2 count only. Looks like that blood's coming from the mouth of Nino Hatchet. I wonder if it wasn't from that kick to the face we saw just a few minutes ago. Front face lock by Hatchet. Suplex, high vertical suplex. Letting all that blood run to the head of Ethan Price, but Price breaks free into the ropes. Spinning combination, 2 count only, and even with the handful of tights, big strong boy was not able to get the 3 count. Having that knee into the upper chest throat area of Nino Hatchet is the big strong boy. As now he scoops Hatchet up. Hatchet floats over. Hatchet sends Price into the corner. Hatchet charging forward, gets a boot right to that injured mouth, jaw area. Off the top rope, but he's caught, or off the middle rope, and Hatchet is caught. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Hatchet now with the hook of the leg and a cover. Almost a 3 count, but Ethan Price able to kick out at the very last millisecond. Price definitely worse for wear, even though Hatchet has been busted open from the mouth. We got an inside cradle attempt, but Hatchet was too close to the ropes. Price firing off some shots, drapes Hatchet over to that top or that middle rope and kicks that middle rope right up into the throat of Nino Hatchet. Price now scooping Hatchet up. What's he have in store here? No, he collapses under the weight of Nino Hatchet. Hatchet now bringing Price up, and a big swinging slide slam by Nino Hatchet with the cover and a 3 count. The winner of this matchup, Nino Hatchet, in an impressive debut here for Central States Wrestling. Unable to continue his winning ways was the big strong boy Ethan Price, as he ran into a buzzsaw here in Nino Hatchet. Definitely we will be seeing Nino Hatchet again here at CSW. Fans, coming up next, we have a big matchup as Moonshine Mantell, who will be accompanied by his manager Greg Jovi, will lock horns with Anaya Howlett, representing the tribe, who will be accompanied by Coach Fras Azab. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the introductions.
Here we go, Hatchet. Are you guys ready for your next match? Who's gonna show up, sir? Come on now! My name is Craig Jesus Jovi, and I have something on my mind, and I'm gonna say it out loud to see how I feel. We're gonna have a party
Coming off a huge victory last month at our show Strapped, Anaya, Howlett, and his brother Hoodie, representing the tribe, along with their coach Fras Azab, were victorious against Grindhouse, Spitfire Davey Vega, and the gunslinger Matt Fitchett. It was also last month at Strapped that Moonshine Mantell was unsuccessful in his matchup against the Kings Road Slayer Derek Neal in a leather strap match. Mantell will be looking to get back into the winning column, as Anaya, who hasn't seen much singles action in CSW, actually this is his first singles match in CSW. He's going alone as his brother Hoodie is suspended for one show, mentioned earlier, for laying his hands on a CSW official. This is a battle of big men here, as Moonshine Mantell is being greeted with a chorus of chants. Moonshine sucks. Crowd here in the Camelot Ballroom does not like Moonshine Mantell, nor Greg Jovi, his manager. Mantell letting this crowd get under his skin. He should probably be focusing on Anaya Howlett there in the ring. Typically, I'd say you've got to be wary of Greg Jovi on the outside there in a matchup if you're facing Moonshine Mantell. However, Coach Fras Azab, the owner of the Warriors Academy and trainer of Hoodie and Anaya Howlett, is there as a equalizer. It would behoove Greg Jovi not to get involved in this matchup. Collar and elbow tie up to start things off here, as both of these big men jockey for position. Niles with all his might, taking Moonshine back into the corner. Moonshine, though, fighting out. Both men just going around and around. This time it's Moonshine taking Anaya into the corner. Both men not really giving much in the opening stages of this matchup. Another collar and elbow tie-up, as it's Anaya taking Moonshine back into the corner. And we get a clean break from Anaya Howlett. Collar and elbow tie-up. Moonshine taking Anaya back into the corner. Will we get a clean break? We will not, as a wild swing and a miss, courtesy of Moonshine Mantell, but Anaya Howlett now firing off some knife-edge chops to the chest of Mantell. Irish whip, no reversal by Mantell, sends Anaya Howlett into the corner. Anaya fires off with a big clothesline, though. That takes Moonshine right off of his feet. Another knife edge chop by Howlett. Anaya with an overhand right. Make that 2, 3, 4 series of right hands, finding their mark. Referee trying to get Anaya to let Moonshine up out of that corner. Moonshine with a shot to the midsection. He sends Anaya into the corner, charges forward, catches the back of Anaya's elbow. Anaya up on that second turnbuckle. Nails him with a back elbow. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. Makes that maybe a 1 count. 20-minute time limit in this matchup. 5 minutes have expired, 15 remaining. Fireman's carry by Anaya, but Moonshine breaking free. Sends Anaya into the corner. Charges forward, catches that back of the elbow. Anaya once again going up to that second turnbuckle, but he is dumped out unceremoniously, courtesy of Moonshine Mantell. Mantell picking that leg and just sending Anaya down hard way, and a chop block by Mantell. Not sure he got the full brunt of that, but it was effective nonetheless. Moonshine Mantell back into control of this matchup. Now it looks like he's going to work on that knee, the right knee of Anaya Howlett. Moonshine with a shot sends Anaya down to the canvas. Now Moonshine bringing Anaya Howlett back up to the vertical base. And just drops that knee. He's going to work right on that knee of Anaya Howlett as he drops an elbow right across it. And now grapevining that knee with his legs and hammering away at the exposed knee, the prone knee of Anaya Howlett. With a couple of cross-forearm shots across the face of Moonshine Mantell, sets him free. But what damage has been done to the right knee of Anaya Howlett as Moonshine now back to his feet, stalking Anaya Howlett. Anaya with a shoulder block to the midsection of Moonshine Mantell. An overhand right finds its mark, and another overhand right rocks Moonshine Mantell, but Moonshine with a chop to the throat, a thrust to the throat, I should say. Cuts off the momentum of Anaya Howlett. Fans still to come. We've got our big, I guess, double main event. It's the second part. Ace Steel challenging for the DWF Championship against the current champion, who we've seen already this evening, the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. That's still coming up. Moonshine Mantell in the meantime with a nice belly-to-belly suplex. Hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count only. Moonshine raking the eyes of Anaya Howlett. Referee all over him. Moonshine certainly doesn't want to get disqualified as he's looking to, like I said earlier, looking to get back into the winning columns. Anaya Howlett with a right hand, Moonshine with a forearm shot. Anaya with a shot to the breadbasket and another overhand right to the temple, make that 2. Moonshine, though, right on it, right back onto that knee as Anaya Howlett files off a series of elbows to the back of the head of Moonshine Mantell. But Mantell with a drop kick over that exposed knee, and now the leg of Anaya Howlett, you see there, wrapped up in those ropes. He manages to get himself free. Those are steel cables in there, and inside that taping. And that had to have been putting a lot of pain on the knee of Anaya Howlett. Moonshine still focusing his attack on that knee, the right knee of Anaya. Anaya shoving Moonshine up and over that top rope. That'll buy Anaya some time. He is struggling to get back up to his feet. CSW fans here firmly behind Anaya Howlett. They love the tribe, they being the fans of CSW. Hoodie Anaya and Coach Fras. As Mantell just thrust that head of Anaya, the neck of Anaya over the top rope. Moonshine going for that flying shoulder, that slingshot shoulder tackle, but Anaya had it scouted. Anaya still unable to get back up to his feet as he's there in the corner. Anaya finally getting back up to his feet as he limps over to the downed Moonshine Mantell. Mantell scooping up Anaya and just thrusting him into the corner. Mantell charges forward, gets greeted with the back of the elbow of Anaya Howlett. Anaya up on that second rope, but again, he's dumped out. This time he kind of caught himself. Moonshine unaware of this. Anaya with a big right hand to the jaw. A series of right hands, rocking Moonshine Mantell. Mantell looks like his legs have, they've given out on him. Butterfly spinning slam by Anaya Howlett. Anaya now going up to the top rope. What does he have in store for Moonshine Mantell? Mantell up to his feet though, as Anaya fires off a couple of shots, trying to stall the momentum of Moonshine. Moonshine down to the canvas. Anaya Howlett up on that top rope, comes off with a senton bomb. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 and 3, no. Moonshine Mantell grabbing that bottom rope just in the nick of time. That was about as close to a 3 count as you could get without it actually being a 3 count. And now, is that Roscoe Leech? The agent of the Premier, Roscoe Leech, and a constant thorn in the side of the Howletts. He's goading Coach Fras. There goes Coach Fras chasing Leech to the locker room area. Meanwhile, in the ring, Anaya Howlett now measuring Moonshine Mantell. He's waiting for Mantell to get back up to his feet. Fireman's carry by Anaya Howlett. He's favoring that knee, though. Now Greg Jovi up on the ring apron. Anaya fires up a back elbow to take Mantell down, and now he's got a hold of Jovi. He's going to give him the old right hand. And charging in is Moonshine Mantell, but Anaya out of the way, and that boot just right into the face of Greg Jovi, I apologize, and Anaya dumping Moonshine up and over that top rope. And here comes the Premier, S.K. Bishop and Campbell Myers. Campbell Myers with that Singapore cane right across the knee of Anaya Howlett. And he broke that cane right over the knee of Anaya. Now they're taking pictures at ringside. The damage has been done by the Premier. Now Moonshine Mantell back in the ring. I don't think Anaya knows that he's back in there as Moonshine hits the ropes and comes off with a huge lariat. It turns Anaya inside out, and that's good for a 3 count. And your winner of this matchup, Moonshine Mantell. Here comes Coach Fras back from what was a ploy by Roscoe Leech and the Premier to get him out of the ringside area. It worked, as Jovi now struggling to get up to his feet after he ate that boot of Moonshine Mantell. All the shenanigans aside, nonetheless, it was a victory for Moonshine Mantell. Coach Fras checking on Anaya Howlett. Moonshine Mantell and Greg Jovi make their way back to the locker room. I thought for sure at our April event, No Turning Back, that the street fight between the Premier and the Howletts would see the end of their beef, so to speak, but it's just gotten hotter and hotter between the Premier, Roscoe, Leech, and the Tribe, Hoodie and Anaya Howlett, along with Coach Fras. Fans, coming up next, we've got a debut here in CSW as the Beer City Bruiser, making his CSW debut, takes on the Connoisseur, Niles Plonk, in this, our next matchup at Rise of an Outlaw. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the introductions. The Connoisseur Niles Plonk makes his way down to the ring here. I'd like to once again thank our sponsors for the evening. The Law Firm of Hulnick, Stang, Garrigan, Levitt. You can find them at hulnicklaw.com. That's HULNICK law.com. The Warriors Academy in Kansas City. Find them online at warriorsacademykc.com. Up Down KC, Up Down Kansas City. Visit them online at updownarcadebar.com and Kincaid Arcade. You can visit them at kincaid-kc.com. Thank you so very much to all of our sponsors. Without you, none of this is possible. The Beer City Bruiser, he hails from the bar, and I believe the bar that he hails from is, I think, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's making his debut tonight here in CSW. He'll have his hands full against the Connoisseur Niles Plonk, who usually comes to the ringside area with his steward, Belvedere, but he is nowhere to be found. This is a beer versus wine matchup, and I can tell you that the crowd here in the Camelot Ballroom, they are a beer-drinking bunch. Beer City Bruiser spent a lot of time in Ring of Honor. He is a veteran of the ring, as is the Connoisseur Niles Plonk. This is going to be an interesting matchup, to say the least. Beer City Bruiser doing one of the two things he does best, drinking beer. The other one is fighting. As I hope we can get a start to this matchup here before too long. Referee for this matchup, Nick Chen. We've got the bell. Finally. Waiting for some action to start here in this matchup. We finally got the bell. Like I said, a lot of mind games being played by the Beer City Bruiser towards the Connoisseur, Niles Plonk. I guess now is as good a time as any. Fans, be sure to follow us on Facebook and all of our social media. You can follow us on Facebook at Central States Wrestling, Facebook.com/Central States Wrestling. Give us a follow on Twitter at CSW Wrestling KC. Instagram is also at CSW Wrestling KC. Of course, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting that subscribe button on this channel. And on TikTok, we are at CSW Wrestling KC. You can also visit us online. I guess I'll do that one. On our website at cswwrestling.com. That's cswwrestling.com. Stay up to date with all the news and information pertaining to CSW on all of our social media accounts and on our website. Mind games continue to be being played as this crowd here at the Overland Park, Kansas, at the Camelot Ballroom in Overland Park, Kansas, are all over the case of Niles Plonk. Finally, a collar and elbow tie-up, center of the ring. As we are underway with this matchup here at Rise of an Outlaw. That collar and elbow tie-up went nowhere, as now Plonk, you see him there on the outside of the ring. Maybe some mind games by Plonk that he's sending to the Beer City Bruiser. Make no mistake about it, both of these men, as long as their careers have been, they both know exactly what they're doing right now. Collar and elbow tie-up, standing side headlock by the Beer City Bruiser. Bruiser now wrenching away on the nose of Niles Plonk. Plonk trying to lift the Bruiser up, not having any luck. Bruiser is a big man. Plonk taking the Bruiser back into the ropes. Plonk, though, exiting the ring as he breaks free and goes back out to the floor of the Camelot Ballroom. Tie-up, Bruiser taking Plonk back into the corner. Plonk up onto that first rope, now the second rope, now the top rope. And Bruiser just drops Plonk face first into the canvas. Plonk thinking he had the upper hand, but that wasn't the case. Standing side headlock by the Bruiser. And once again going right to that nose as Plonk backs the Bruiser up. Tried to send him off into the ropes. But the Bruiser holding on. And now Plonk going back outside the ring again, but Bruiser bringing him back in. And just releasing Plonk again. Connoisseur not having a very good go at it thus far in this matchup against Beer City Bruiser. Bruiser tried to slingshot Plonk in, but now Beer City Bruiser has the nose of Niles Plonk. He'll get him in one way or another, beals him back into the ring. Right hand by the Bruiser, finding its mark on the jaw of Plonk. The Bruiser biting the bridge of the nose of Plonk. Certainly not a legal move, but Bruiser saying he can't bite because he has no teeth. As now it's Niles Plonk going to work on the Bruiser. Plonk into the ropes, Bruiser up to his feet. Big back body drop by the Beer City Bruiser. Sent Niles Plonk crashing down to the canvas. Plonk with a kick to the midsection that's caught by the Beer City Bruiser. Enziguri nicely done by the Connoisseur. Plonk charging forward, up and over the top rope he goes, down to the floor here at the Camelot Ballroom, and the Beer City Bruiser this time looks like he may have something in store for the Connoisseur. And it comes off with a cannonball splash that just drove Plonk down into that hardwood floor of the Camelot Ballroom. Big forearm shot across the shoulder blades of the Connoisseur, courtesy of the Beer City Bruiser. And the Bruiser with a big knife edge chop that echoes through the Camelot Ballroom. Another knife edge chop just lighting the chest up of Plonk. Plonk being thrown back into the ring. Beer City Bruiser giving chase. A little distracted as he's unceremoniously, his arm dropped across that top rope. Plonk trying to go to work on that arm, but Beer City Bruiser having none of that. And now with an arm breaker by Plonk, that'll change the course of this matchup immediately, as now Plonk going to work on that shoulder of the Beer City Bruiser. Plonk with a point of his elbow being driven down into the shoulder of the Beer City Bruiser. And now Plonk using the bottom rope to torque away at the arm of the Bruiser. Said it once or twice, but both of these men, veterans in the world of professional wrestling, each have, I imagine, a huge bag of tricks. We've got a hook on a leg, not even, maybe a one count there for Niles Plonk, as he goes back into a wrist lock now. Not only does that put pressure on the wrist and elbow, but it also pulls that shoulder from its socket, or that's the goal. Beer City Bruiser slowly gets back up to his feet, fires off a shot to the breadbasket of Niles Plonk, make that two. Plonk with an arm wringer and back into a shoulder breaker. We've got a cover by Plonk, only good for a one count. He goes again, and another one count. Plonk looks like he's going to go for some grape stomping here. And Niles Plonk with the grape stomping on the chest of the Beer City Bruiser. A signature move of the Connoisseur. Connoisseur now to the outside, takes that arm and just throws it right against that steel post. Plonk is focused on that right arm. The left arm of the Beer City Bruiser, the left shoulder, to be specific.
10 minutes have expired, 10 minutes remain.
Face full of turnbuckle for the Bruiser, who's seemingly shaking it off. It was Luigi Primo who actually made the phone call to the Beer City Bruiser, his good buddy, to come in and take on Niles Plonk, as Luigi Primo couldn't make the event tonight, to exact his own amount of revenge against Niles Plonk. As the Beer City Bruiser just ramming the head of Niles Plonk into that top turnbuckle. And now with a hold of the nose of Plonk is the Beer City Bruiser. Bruiser, full head of steam, charges forward with a big right hand that connected with the jaw of Niles Plonk. Irish whip, sternum first into the turnbuckles, and a big clothesline takes Plonk down to the canvas. The Bruiser with a big cover, 2 count only. Nearly had a 3. Plonk able to kick out. Beer City Bruiser now on that apron. He's looking like the big man going to go up to the top rope. Yes, he is. But Niles Plonk back to his feet, fires off some shots. Plonk now up to that middle rope. Front face lock. Looks like he's going for a suplex from that middle rope. And he gets the big man over. A thunderous crash. To the ring goes the Beer City Bruiser. Might have tweaked Plonk's lower back a little bit. Getting that weight up and over. Cover. 2 count only as the Beer City Bruiser able to kick out. Niles Plonk possibly setting up for that uncorker. Shrugged off by the Beer City Bruiser. Bruiser with a stunner. That sends Plonk down to the canvas. Beer City Bruiser back up to his feet. He's going to go back out to the apron and probably back up to that top rope. He's looking for something here. Beer City Bruiser, big frog splash off the top rope, finds its mark. Bruiser unable to capitalize though, as it looks like he hurt his sternum. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover, 2 and no. Niles Plonk with great ring awareness. He gets that foot to the bottom rope just in the nick of time. Certainly would have been defeated had he not. Huge frog splash by the Beer City Bruiser, but Niles Plonk sweeping the legs. He's got a cover with his feet on the ropes. Niles Plonk with assistance from those middle ropes is victorious in this matchup. Referee wasn't able to see it, as he steals a win from the Beer City Bruiser, but it's a win nonetheless. Luigi Primo will be disappointed to hear this, but certainly not surprised that Niles Plonk used some underhanded tactics to secure the win over the Beer City Bruiser. A fun debut for the Beer City Bruiser, not the result he wanted though. And a victory for that man, the Connoisseur Niles Plonk. sure we'll see the Beer City Bruiser here in CSW again, as he'll be looking to put a check mark in the win column. Fans, coming up, a huge matchup, an impromptu main event, as the DWF Championship will be defended for a second time tonight, as the champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, defends that championship against Ace Steel. And this, our next matchup and final matchup here at Rise of an Outlaw. Let's get down to our ring announcer, Ben Miller, for the championship introductions. Ace Steel making his way down to the ringside area. He has been a professional wrestler for some 30 plus years. He has traveled the world in that time, wrestling for just about every promotion across the country. Currently working for All Elite Wrestling. He's had a stay in Ring of Honor, World League Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, the WWE, Pro Wrestling Noah, National Wrestling League, Metro Pro Wrestling. He has been a multi-time champion, holding championships in the IWA Mid-South, Steel Domain Wrestling, the Mississippi Valley Wrestling Alliance, World League Wrestling, the National Wrestling League. His accomplishments are long. And tonight, he has challenged that man, the current reigning and defending DWF champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt. And this, our impromptu second main event of the evening here at Rise of an Outlaw. Ace Steel and Jeremy Wyatt go back quite a ways to their days in the National Wrestling League. They were both members of the foundation, along with Michael Strider. They ran roughshod over the National Wrestling League. Two very, very good best friends. Now, that is thrown out the window, as it's all about the DWF Championship. I have to imagine the advantage is clearly in favor of Ace Steel, as he is the fresh man. And coming into this matchup, as Jeremy Wyatt had a hard-fought battle against Mike Outlaw this afternoon, or this evening.
This match is scheduled for one fall release on the DWF Heavyweight Championship on the road. Fighting out of the corner to my left, wearing black and a solid green, weighing in at 210 pounds, from Chicago, Illinois, the Second City State, Ace Steel! And the champion, fighting out of the corner to my right, wearing black and metallic silver, weighing in at 191 pounds. For the second time tonight, he is the King of Kansas City, the Monarch, Jeremy
Typically, there's a champion's advantage coming into a championship matchup as the match now gets underway. Due to this being the second defense by the champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, I got to imagine that champion's advantage is no longer going to be a factor. Collar and elbow tie-up. Both men not giving an inch. As Ace Steel just shoves the Monarch. We've got another collar and elbow tie-up. And again, the same result. Both men jockeying for position. Steel has Wyatt in the corner. And no clean break. Referee had to get in there and separate both men. Capacity crowd here at the Overland Park, Kansas Camelot Ballroom. Getting under the skin of Jeremy Wyatt. Nice arm drag by Steel. Elbow tie-up, standing side headlock by Steel. As he just goes to work now on the champion. Win over Ace Steel's accolades. Jeremy Wyatt, no stranger to championships himself. He has won championships all over the Midwest. Singles and tag team. He is a tenacious competitor, and he is the DWF champion for a reason. As he is not looking happy in the early goings of this matchup. Collar and elbow tie up, both men jockeying for position. Wyatt taking Steel into the corner. Headlock takedown by Steel. Both men back up to the vertical base. Neither able to swing that pendulum of momentum into their direction. Here in the opening minutes of this matchup. Ringer by the champion. As he torques away on the arm of Ace Steel. Roll through by Steel, looking to break free of that arm ringer. Nice throw over by Steel, who now takes control of the left arm of the champion, Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt with the roll through back up to his feet, into a hammerlock by Ace Steel. Standing switch by the champion into a hammerlock of his own. Drop toe hold attempt, yes, nicely done by Steel, who floats over into a front face lock. Nope. Going into a crossface. Champion just getting that neck torqued back, courtesy of Steel. Into the ropes, Ace Steel shot off. Big shoulder tackle sends the champion down to the canvas. Steel into the ropes. Schoolboy. 1 count only. Pick of the legs by Wyatt. We've got a cover. 2 count. Flip over by Steel. 2 count. Both men going after the pinning attempts. Both men now, after a series of pinning attempts, back up to their feet. A roll through by the champion. Gets a 2 count. Steel flips him over, though. Another schoolboy by Steele. 2 count only. Hard to keep up with all these pinning attempts. I shall do my best, though. Big shoulder tackle sends Ace Steele down to the canvas. Wyatt into the ropes. Leapfrog attempt. But it looked like his legs gave out from underneath him. As Steele now going to work on Jeremy Wyatt. Fatigue setting in already on Jeremy Wyatt. I guarantee it's from this being his second matchup of the evening. As the champion takes Ace Steele back into the corner. Steele firing off some forearm shots to the shoulder of the champion. As Wyatt now leveling Ace Steele with a couple of shots of his own. Wyatt bringing Steele up to his feet, fires off a forearm shot. Off into the ropes, no reversal by Steele. And a nice arm drag by Steele. Make that 2. That takes Jeremy Wyatt down to the canvas. And now Ace with Wyatt throws him out of the ring and down to the floor of the Camelot Ballroom. Ace Steele charges up, hits the ropes. Thought he was going for a tope suicida, but the champion getting out of the way, and he's heading back to the locker room. Ace Steele giving chase. Ace has a hold of Wyatt, bringing him back into the ring. Wyatt into the ropes. Big clothesline by Ace, misses. Inverted. Looked like an inverted atomic drop. Not sure that Steele caught it all. Ducking the clothesline by the champion. Russian leg sweep. Side Russian leg sweep. It lands its mark. Finds its mark. Capacity crowd here rallying behind Ace Steele as they want to see him become the new DWF champion, and Wyatt possibly setting up for the coronation pile driver, but a back body drop by Ace Steele prevents that from happening. Wyatt charging forward, Ace out of the way. Wyatt shoulder first into that steel post. Now Ace Steele onto the apron. What does he have in store for the champion? As he is shaking off the cobwebs there. Ace Steele with a front face lock. Oh, and a hangman's neck breaker that drove that middle rope right into the back of Jeremy Wyatt. Also snapped Wyatt's neck back quite a bit. Nicely done by Ace Steele. 2 count only. Wyatt digging down deep to kick out of these pinning attempts. As Ace fires up a big elbow to the top of the head of Wyatt. Big clubbing forearm shot to the chest of the Monarch. As Steele brings Monarch back up to his feet, arm wringer, Irish whip into the corner goes Wyatt. Steele follows through with a big clothesline, another Irish whip, and another big clothesline by Steele. He is rocking the champion with a 3rd Irish whip and clothesline. Front face lock by Steele. Into a textbook suplex, center of the ring. We've got to cover. 2 count only. Steele firing off a boot to the breadbasket of Wyatt. Now bringing Wyatt up to his feet. Snapmares him over. Now into a rear chin lock right in the center of the ring. You see Ace Steele driving that forearm right into the jaw and the upper neck. The champion Jeremy Wyatt looking for a submission victory here. Wyatt making his way back up to the vertical base, or to a vertical base. Manages to do so. Now he's got a hold of the fingers, and he just wrenches on those fingers of Ace Steel. Fires up a big forearm shot and a knife edge chop that just rocks Ace Steel into the ropes, and a big spine buster by Ace Steel plants the Monarch. And now a Boston Crab attempt as Ace Steel just torquing away on the lower back of the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt. I don't know how long the champion can hold on, as Ace Steel is just doing so much damage to the lower back, and now sits in for a full Boston Crab, but the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, able to get to that bottom rope to break this hold. Ace Steel taking full advantage of the referee's 5 count, as you saw, breaking that hold at 3 or 4 seconds. Fistful of waistband sends Ace Steel into the middle rope. Rope first. Champion back up to his feet, hits the ropes, fires off a big clothesline that takes Steel down to the canvas. We've got a hook of the leg and a cover. 2 count only. Steel back up to his feet first. Wyatt slow to get up, but he manages to do so. Fires off a clothesline into the corner that connects with Steel. Make that 2 clotheslines right in that corner. You see Wyatt grimacing as he is in a great deal of pain, but he is landing those series of clotheslines, one right after another, just rocking Ace Steel. Now Wyatt perched up on that middle rope. As he is just dropping bombs to the right side of the head of Ace Steel. Steel, though, hooking the legs. He's got Wyatt up and just slams him into the corner, but the referee was in the way. A buckle bomb, and now Ace Steel trying to go for a coronation pile driver. Ace Steel with the cover. 1, 2, 3. No referee, but we've got, had that referee not been in the way, now we've got a referee in. No, there's Vic Capri interfering, breaking up the 3 count. What the hell is Vic Capri doing down here? Ace Steel with a big right hand takes Capri down. Wyatt with a low blow. A hook of the leg. 2 and 3, that'll do it. Your winner and still DWF champion, the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, thanks to interference from that man, Vic Capri. I know Capri has history with Ace Steel. They both fight out of the great city of Chicago, Illinois. As he now takes the boots to Ace Steel. Senior official Nick Chen came in to make the count, and just as he was about to drop 3 and crown us a new DWF champion, Vic Capri, you saw him, he pulled that leg out from the referee. Jeremy Wyatt saying that his new enforcer, the Ice Pick, Vic Capri, I don't believe what we're seeing here. Vic Capri now setting Ace Steel up. Spike pile driver. Just obliterated Ace Steel. We need to get some help out here. And there's Dak Draper clearing the ring. No love lost between Draper, Wyatt, and Capri. Fans, we're going to leave the cameras running, but I'm going to get on out of here for CSW Wrestling. It has been my pleasure to call all of tonight's action. I am Jeremy Seeger. Please be sure to visit us online at cswwrestling.com. Give us a follow on Facebook at Central States Wrestling. Our Instagram and Twitter handles are CSW Wrestling KC. We'll see you in August at our next event, but fans, like I said, we're going to keep these cameras running. Thank you for the support. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great night.